I'll say it again. We are, like I said, all the voice of metal, but we're talking about metal music, metal lit playlists for now. But later on, we will definitely, hopefully, have some metal artists on here because that's what I would like to do. Because I think we would love to get to know them a little better and learn why they do what they do and a little more about them as a person themselves because that's what it's all about, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hold on here. Sorry. There's uh got something that's shaking all around and everything like that. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that what was it? Oh, don't forget Megadeth's last tour coming up. Don't forget it. It will be coming up after a while. Born of Osiris is on tour right now, and I'm trying to think of some of the other bands that I know that will be coming out here soon. I thought Mudvayne might be one of the bands that's out right now, touring or going to be touring soon. And I think Arch Enemy is traveling overseas right now. They're not in the States at this time. Yeah, and a little bit of the Violet Hour touring with Buck Cherry and stuff like that. So they're opening for them. I'm not sure who the main act was on that, Buck Cherry or somebody else. But anyway, I figured I'd let you guys know about some of those tour dates of some bands. I don't know all of them, unfortunately, and I don't remember. I should have a list here. So that way I know, because that way I can kind of give you guys the heads up. So don't forget to get your tickets for your shows that you might like and enjoy. I do know Paul McCartney definitely was an awesome show, even though it's not metal. Phenomenal show, and people that watch my video short, I appreciate, even if you don't like metal music yourself, because I know people that are Paul McCartney fans like rock and roll. So more than likely, they probably won't listen to some of the music I listen to or you guys listen to, but you never know. It might be able to convert them over a little bit based on the song that they hear. It might not be quite as heavy, and they might actually enjoy it. So you never know, because there are some bands out there that are not quite as heavy as people assume that they are. So for those who are Paul McCartney fans and or hard rock fans, even hair bands, sometimes hard bands aren't the heaviest. Like I consider Sleep Token kind of in between. It's kind of like they're heavy to a point, but they're not. And so is Nine Ice Kills. They're kind of in between those two realms. Hello, how's it going, Wyatt? How's it going? But anyway, I figured I'd do another new release second part because I figured why not get some new songs out there for people to listen to if you haven't heard of them or I don't know all of them. Oh, I'm doing really good. I'm doing phenomenal. We got 425 subscribers, I think, right now, which is phenomenal, and I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That's one of the other things I forgot I was going to mention because the fact without you guys, there could be no voice of metal in the metal family, right? Oh, yep, 426. Cool. Love it. Thank you. We're getting closer to the five, which is awesome. Did I hear a voice? Was that on my phone? Maybe it's something you guys did. I don't know. It's hard to say, right? I know, right? Well, yeah, that's what I said. That's why I keep telling people. The more people that subscribe, if we get 1,000 people, I'm hoping maybe I can say, look how many viewers I've got. Now you have no reason not to talk to me, because to me the people make the difference, right? I think so. And then we'll have more fun that way because it won't be just about playlists and all this other stuff. I've done over what 400 or 500 videos maybe roughly so far. And my son said mentioned TikTok. TikTok was one of those things he mentioned that if you have your videos or shorts on the videos on TikTok, you might actually be able to pull some people from TikTok to watch the YouTube channel. It's hard to say, right? You never know. What's that? Thug Shake? I'm not sure if I know what that even is. I probably do know, but who knows? I'm not sure if I. It's hard to say. Anyway, but I did see Paul McCartney. It was phenomenal for those who are hard rock fans. Awesome. I still like old classic regular rock and roll stuff too. It's like somebody said, 31 flavors from Sacred Reich is don't just be a metal dude. Well, guess what? This guy, I listen to other stuff too, but not as often. Uh, oh, okay, Thug Shake. Okay, I'll have to search it up. Search it up for a fun dance move. Huh. Okay, so I'm supposed to do a like some sort of dance. It's not the other one. I know all about that one, but we're not gonna get into. That's all. We're not talking about that stuff. We're talking about metal music and our dances that are not certain things. We're not gonna get that. But anyway, number 20 is the tide of death and fractured dreams from ingested. I guess is how you pronounce. I guess it is. I want to make sure I said it right. A grand finale dealing with an overwhelming catastrophic and shattering of hopes in the face of the inevitable destruction. Inevitable destruction. Sorry. Number 19 is Soft Spine, which is an interesting title for a song. Spirit Box, exploring the vulnerabilities and fear of allowing oneself to be open and delicate in an aggressive world, which that actually makes sense with the soft spine. You're trying to be vulnerable, but yet in an aggressive world, which I know a lot of us out there kind of get that way. Things happen, we try to be good for everybody, and sometimes things don't always go the way we hope, which kind of sucks. And thank you for viewing. I have 18 people watching. You guys are phenomenal. I appreciate it. And when you guys stay here, it helps me out too. The watch hours, the likes and subscribes all make the difference, because I got to have X amount of watch hours too on top of everything else, which I didn't know. Which is like, okay, I got X amount of this and X amount of that. It's like I'm getting closer. Then I can do a little monetization, which helps the channel. And who knows? Maybe some of that money might roll back to you guys. Who knows? Depends on how much I get. Probably won't be much, but you never know. You never know. Depends on how many people watch ads, unfortunately, which is sad. But it's part of the job, part of the whole YouTube thing. I'm sure you guys all deal with it all the time anyway. Um, meta, um, metaphor, what the heck? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so I apologize. Meta. I know that metamorphose. There we go. I gotta slow it down. Hanabi. This is one of the groups I love. If you've never heard of Hanabi, it's Hanabie. It's a Japanese or Chinese um, metal band, but it's really cool because they sing in their language, and I don't understand much of what they're saying, but the vocalist, oh my gosh, there's light cutesy cutesy kind of Japanese style. If you like anime, it's kind of cool. But then they got that really heavy, really this little woman, this one woman, this like just this cute looking woman, is doing this really dark, deep, growling sounds coming out of this little woman. Oh my god, it's incredible. It's like I saw some of the videos, blows you away, If you like heavy stuff, that's the one for you, right? Anyway, high energy J metalcore. That makes sense. About transformation and empowerment with referencing, anime magical girl themes. Oh, okay. So it's a metamorphosis from me an anime girl to magical girl themes. I don't know. I have to watch. I wonder if there's like a translation, or maybe I think they sing a little bit in English, but I'm not sure. So it's hard to say. Anyway, number 17 is Burning Down. So this is new, so I'm gonna have to check this out. I think, at least I think it is, because it's supposed to be new. Burning Down, High on Fire, stoner groove metal rock about apocalyptic imagery, fire, and total destruction of an old world or order. High on Fire. Kind of reminds me of something going on in Colorado. With Burning Down is the name of the title. Number 16 is Defecum Omnicon. Defecon Omnicon, I think is how you say it. Exhorter. Boy, they got some really tough names. Pure groove metal exploring the failure of all systems that are inevitably decay and of institutions. Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, I think I got that. Okay, now this one I have no idea. This is from Gojira, which I love. And somebody correct me, they're not old, they're not new, they're old. Oh, they're old. But depends on what year. Because to me, 2000 and now is I consider still new, and 2000 before is kind of old. But they're something that's still kind of new. Not really. They've been around for a while. So I guess I can't really use that as reference because they're about the same age, roughly, maybe a little bit newer, but not quite as new as Slipknot because they were around 2000. I think May 1999. Anyway, it's MEA Cupola, Mega Cupola, and features Martin Vola. Vola, I think is how you say his name. Hopefully, Vola. I'm not sure. Anyway, a progressive piece addressing collective cult and the necessary of revolution using a famous French revolutionary chant, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, this sounds something different, something unique. I always like stuff like that because I'm used to having something that kind of catches my ear. When it comes to the sound, something that nobody else has done. Because to me, that's what makes real good music. It's something that it's not been done, never been tried. Experimentation. I think that's why Sepultura was such a good band back in the day with Roots, Bloody Roots, because they used tribal type style music. It's Brazilian style music with metal music blended together. Phenomenal song. Anyway, number 14 is Crown of Thorns from Judas Priest, which is cool that Judas Priest is still bringing out new actual metal songs. I think this is like new. I'll have to check it out. A classic metal anthem celebrating resilience of strength and reclaiming one's inner, often darker power, which is awesome. Let's see what we got here. Number 13. Um, like like that, like Star Wars. Anyway, Suffer and Become, and is vitriol, VITRIOL. I think people just watch me just see how much I mess up on the names of stuff. Philosophical death metal about the embrace pain, about embracing pain and suffering with as a necessary catalyst for personal evolution and power. Hmm. Suffer and become. So you suffer and then you become what you suffer, I guess, maybe. Embracing pain and suffering is necessary catalyst for personal evolution and power. So sometimes you have to go down in order to go back up. Oh, I only got one person watching. What's up with that? No, they're probably there. It's just that it's not showing up. Anyway, let's see. Number 12 is A Path Once Lost. Ingested again. Cool. I'm gonna have to check them out because I got two songs on my list. So because I don't think I've heard some of their stuff. Um, Dealing with the realization of a poor life choices, and the regret of not following a better low lost road. Interesting. Okay. Phantium, I think that's how you say it. Number 11, number 2. We got number 2 on there. Within the Ruins is PHENOELMENA. I'm good at pronouncing stuff. What can I say? Technical metal exploring existential crisis and the attempt to consolidate human thoughts with a natural phenomenon. Okay, interesting. Number 10 is Death Empress, which is cool. I like the name of that. Shadow of Intent is an epic symphonic deathcore. Symphonic. I like symphonic stuff. It's kind of crazy, right? Kind of reminds, well, maybe to a point. That continues the band's sci-fi narrative, detailing a power of a malevolent ruler itself, which is cool. I like that. That's different. Number 9 is Visceral Reich, RETH, CH. Sorry, Visceral from Whitechapel. An aggressive track focusing on internal disgust, self-loathing, and overwhelming feeling of inner sickness. Okay. This one I have no idea how to pronounce, and I'm not going to even try. It's the it looks like Icarus to me. Icarin, maybe ICARIAN, is embodied tyrant, which is cool. A complex narrative about the entity or individuals defining natural limits, referencing the mythical flight of Icarus. Oh, it is Icarus. Icarus. Yeah, Icarin. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The natural limits. Okay. And referencing the mythical flight of Icarus. That makes sense. So I was right. I did pronounce it kind of right. Okay. You see, there's some really hard names for songs. My gosh. And bands. This one is another one. They're probably from South Africa. Okay, that makes sense. Uh, Entabeni. Sounds like a cool song title name. And the band is called Valdrin, Valvodya. See, it's so new, so different, so you don't know what it is. I don't even know how to pronounce it very well, so I have to spell it out for you so you know. I'll spell it again. Vulvodya. It's a brutal deathcore, which I like deathcore sometimes, inspired by the South African legend of a giant. Oh, terrifying creature lurking in the mountains. So apparently that's probably the name of this creature that it lurks in the mountains of South Africa, apparently, which is kind of crazy, which I've never heard of. And I know somebody that's kind of in that area a little bit that I've been talking to, but they don't talk to me much about themselves. And we don't get about, talk about anything about her culture or whatever, so it's hard to say. So I wouldn't know that. Divine. Uh, Enterprise. Earth is what the band is called, which is kind of a cool, interesting name. Kind of reminds me of Star Trek Enterprise. A song of transcending morality and achieving a godlike status through sheer will and defiance. Cool. Number five is Cutting the Throat of God, which actually is a pretty awesome sounding title. I mean, if unless you're into loving God, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. But for those who do love that kind of stuff, there you go. Alterate, Ulcerate. Dark descendant theme. Descendant theme centers on destruction of the divine authority and ultimate cosmic annihilism. Okay. Oh my god, this list is so hard. Uh Ikerbrom, EKBR, no, EKBOM, and Benighted is the name of the band. Brutal technical death metal focusing on terrifying physiological conditions of delusion and whatever it is. What's this here? No, I'm back. My mom got bit by a cobra. Oh, that's not good. Oh, wow. So are you there in the actual vet office right now? Got milk? Wow, that's kind of crazy. It sounds like some of the songs. A cobra bit your mom. Wow. That is insane. There you go, folks. You hear it all. We got Metalheads, we got Cobra bites, and vets making anti venom for people, all at the same time. Right? Exciting, exhilarating, but not good for mom, which sucks. Really sucks. Anyway, which is not good. Not good at all. Number three is the sky, the earth, and all between. Well, I hope she gets better really quick, and I hope they get the antivenom to her really fast because, yeah, it's goes pretty quickly. I've heard, but usually if you do a tourniquet and doesn't go into the rest of the body, you're usually pretty good. Kind of, it slows it down some, is what I've heard. I don't know, like tighten it down where the bite was. Architects is the name of the group, contemplating humanity and insignificance and connection of the vast within the vast of the universe and nature itself. Is she doing okay though? Got milk? I'm not sure if he's even on here. He might have left to take care of her and maybe answering questions. Who knows? So I wish them all the best. I really do because that means a lot to me. Oh, I guess there's nobody here, so I guess they're not here. Number two is Idle Hands from Kerry King, which is definitely a great band that we all know and love, kinda. Well, not Kerry King, but of course. Um, I almost said Violent Hour, but it's not Violent Hour, it's Slayer. Kerry King is some one of the members of Slayer itself, guitarist, um, and he has his own thing, Idle Hands, which is fairly new. It's not real new, but it's fairly new. A straightforward, aggressive return of thrash form dealing with the devil's work and the power of riff-driven rebellion, which is really cool. Oh, this is one I really like because it's got Poppy in it with Knocked It Loose, which is cool. Suffocate. And she's been doing a lot of songs with a lot of different people with Baby Metal. It'd be cool with Machine Head because I think they would sound really good together. Poppy has been really pushing the boundaries of what she's doing because she's done regular singing with her own stuff, but then she started doing more aggressive metal-ish type sounds. Because found out later on that she used to do just regular music, but now she's getting more popular because she's mixing the two, which is crazy. That's why I always say mixing stuff together sometimes makes a huge difference and make it unique to you as a musician, artist, whatever it may be. Even people that think AI is not all bad, it's like, well, depends on how you look at it. If you take your art and integrate it with some AI, it's kind of like the I forgot the name is it some art CZ art CAZ art I think is how you say the band's name. They integrate both AI into their music somehow. I'm not sure exactly how. I haven't seen the process, but it's kind of curious about it. Anyway, Knocked Loose is the name of the artist. Suffocate is the name of the song. Exploring theme, and that's number one, of course. Exploring themes of intense, suffocating anxiety and panic attacks in a chaotic and visceral way. There you go. Cool. Knocked Loose is really awesome. So is Poppy. Awesome. Um, I think Baby Metal did quite a few different songs with different people. I just don't remember all of them. I know Poppy was definitely one. There was another one with Poppy, with Amy Lee, I think is who it was. Man, talk about a phenomenal song. Wow, powerful. Has the real light, awesome, kind of like intense vocals, kind of like a classic rock song would to a point, but still kind of operatic a little bit. And then Poppy comes in there with that kind of real deep vocals in there, going wow. I'm not very good at that, so I don't want to stretch mess my voice up. I should. I like to learn how to do that, like that, right? Anyway, the voice of metal. Anyway, there you go. That's a man. I should do that in intro. Voice of metal. Anyway, deeper tones, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It means very a lot to me and everybody in the community because I think we've got 426 people subscribed, and that means a lot to me. And thanks so much for every one of you guys. It's awesome. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to like I said, like and subscribe, and see you next weekend. Right? And hopefully I won't have any concerts or anything going on. I would like to do it even later if I do have something going on, but sometimes I get a little tired, especially after standing for like maybe 4 or 5 hours, maybe. Sometimes movies aren't so bad, but who knows? Some of the movies are pretty cool. And Badlands is coming out, guys. Badlands from Predator Badlands. You guys got to check that out. That's going to be so cool. I'm going to watch it in XD, D box, 3D, just like the last movie I watched, and I can't remember what it was called. Oh my god. I just bought a ticket and I went with my son. And my son's going to this one too. I bought him a ticket. That and a friend of mine and another friend of mine and another friend of mine. Well, he's going to be a friend of mine, I think, because I know the one guy that I know that's a friend is a friend of the friend. So we'll probably get to know each other pretty well. Who knows? So thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to, like I said, boom, head bang, like and subscribe to the channel. And also, I forgot to mention before I go, I'm starting up a little TikTok channel because you guys are awesome, but I'm hoping to get some people from TikTok to come here. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. That'd be awesome. Whether I make money on that or not, I'm not worried about it. It's just more like getting people to subscribe to the channel because we need more subscribers, right? To get it going. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night. Bye.